Morning, guys. It's 12:30 in the morning. My wife's in the cabin sleeping, so I can't talk as loud as I normally do. But I just wanted to kind of go through my morning routine with you a little bit, because you'd think it would be really hard to get up at 12:30 in the morning and go off to work if you're not used to it. I'm getting used to it, but I'm still not used to it. As a matter of fact, tonight I wasn't able to get as much sleep as normal because I got some phone calls early in my sleep cycle. So I only got about 6 hours of interrupted sleep. Most of my sleep is interrupted because I have to go to the bathroom still often in the middle of the night. And that's been something that's been going on for years before this diet started. And it probably doesn't help that I drink so much water, but I just can't not drink water. So I haven't gotten to the point where I can control that quite like I would like to. But it is what it is. And I got the sleep that I hopefully need to get through the night. And I had some ribs that I've been cooking from that grass-fed cow that I bought from Big Mo's Cattle, and I already had a little bit of them. Matter of fact, you can see the remnants, but I'm going to put some more in here for me to take to work with me. I found they go great in the crock pot. I put them in this morning. Oh Lord, they're falling apart. I need my tongs. Alright, so I got my tongs now, but that's the beautiful thing about these ribs. They are so tender and juicy. It is just, it's like eating cotton candy made of meat. Look at that. I mean, they just literally fall apart just touching them. So good though. Only cooked it using salt. No barbecue sauce. They're delicious. I haven't used any barbecue sauce in almost 2 years since I started Lion Diet. But that's not my morning ritual. My morning ritual includes taking a couple of iodine pills because I don't eat enough seafood, mostly because I can't afford seafood. But I knew my iodine was getting a little bit low, or at least I suspected it was, and I've done 2 tests to prove that it was getting low, and I feel better. I feel so much better lately because of a lot of things, but iodine started to make a difference right away, so I've continued that. I also start off every morning with about 600 milliliters of my club soda with some Relight. Now, Relight is a potassium, magnesium, and sodium and chloride mix that Redmond makes that apparently a lot of you have been buying, because this month has been the best month I've had from Redmond. So thank you very much for those of you who do that. I've already added it to this water, but I do use the unflavored kind for those of you who have asked, because I don't want any extra ingredients in my stuff. And I don't have any need for sweet flavors like I used to. And if you can get to the point that you don't need sweet things, you'll find this diet to be a whole lot easier. But this is essentially the replacement for my coffee in the morning. Between this and doing a little light therapy where I sit in the bathroom for about 3 minutes and I just stare at the soft LED light bulb that I have in the bathroom. I don't look directly at it the whole time. I usually do like a little circle around it with my eyes because it's just a little too bright, and I don't like getting those purple dots on my eyes, but I still do get a little bit because I stare at it some. But that really helps wake up the neurons. That's something I learned from Dr. Huberman, where he talked about doing light therapy. And when I get up and there's no sunlight, I have to use artificial light. Sunlight's the best, but artificial light will do the trick if it's all you got. But this really helps me get started in the morning. And then while I'm at work, I don't always have food, but I do bring Carnivore crisps often. And sometimes I bring food like I'm doing now. The other thing I have is 3 liters of my spring water that I add my Soleil water to. And this is what powers me throughout the night. So these are the things that I do to get ready for my hard night's work. It's been working for me. It's been working real good. And I just wanted to share that with you so that you can have a little bit of an insight into what goes on. This is just something that I really didn't think I was going to be able to maintain this job and do what I've been able to do. Not only because it's non-stop work, but also because of the timing and how it affects my time with my family. I'm asleep, she's awake. Makes it rough. But I've been able to get through. And I owe a lot of that to Lion Diet, if not all of it. There are so many other things that I still need to talk to you about that Lion Diet has done. And I think I'm going to get more into that on my 2-year anniversary. But for now, I just wanted to give you a little insight into what it takes to do what I do. And I'll be honest, I was too much of a wimp to do this before. Lion Diet changed that. But I got to get going in about 5 minutes or less so I can make it on time. So I'm going to fill up my water jug. I've never been a fan of using these plastic bottles, but man's got to do what a man's got to do. And I take my Soleil water, which is water that has got salt crystals from Redmond sitting in it. They're almost dissolved. As long as they're not dissolved, I know that it's at maximum. Got to fill the water again. But I know that it's at maximum salinity. So for 3 liters, I use about 3 ounces. 1, 2, 3. And I'm ready to go. So that's it. I need a fork. No, I don't need a fork. Do I need a fork? Yeah, I need a fork because my hands get really dirty. I don't want to be eating meat with my hands at work. All right. Thankfully, it's going to be warmer tonight than it was last night. It's only in the 50s this evening. I'm going to bring an extra jacket, but I think I'll be fine with just, I got a sleeveless shirt on under here and my hoodie should be enough, which is amazing to me that I've been able to adapt to the cold that well. I know 50 is ridiculously not cold to a lot of you, but I'm going to tell you, ever since I've lost all this weight, I get cold a lot easier than I used to. And I also think it was a side effect of not having enough iodine. So maybe now that my iodine levels are starting to come up to where they should be, I'm not having that cold response that I used to have. I didn't even think about that till just now. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and I almost forgot. Screw it. Get up and do it. Bye.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
And if you're on Facebook, come over to Ferrigno Freedom page and join us in the conversation. I'll see you there.